Have you ever spent time in jail? So what?
I've never been in jail, and it was my decision to be there.
Picture a short man, only 55, with messy curly hair wearing a bright red suit. That's Katt Williams. He's not just any comedian, he's a superstar who could fill huge theaters and make thousands of people laugh until they cried. Katt was so good that he stood next to famous comedians like Chris Rock and Dave Chappelle. But something strange happened. After becoming super famous, everything went wrong really fast. He got into fights, got arrested, and people started asking, what happened to him? This is the story of how Katt Williams went from the top to the bottom, and then climbed back up again. Growing up rough. Katt was born on September 2, 1971 in Cincinnati, Ohio. His real name was Micah Sierra Williams. His mom was a teacher and his dad was a newspaper writer. They were strict and organized, but Katt was different. He was wild and super smart. Even as a little kid, Katt was tiny. When he was 10 years old, people thought he was only 6, but his brain was huge. He could remember everything adults said and make clever jokes that shocked everyone. Katt saw scary things growing up, people fighting in the streets, police chasing people, and dangerous stuff happening around his neighborhood. These hard times taught him how to be funny and tough at the same time. Running away and finding comedy. When Katt was only 12 years old, he ran away from home. He left with just $5, $1 pair of jeans and a t-shirt. He slept in old buses, behind stores, and anywhere he could find shelter. To survive, Katt washed dishes, waited tables, and did any job that paid money. But the most important thing he did was start telling jokes on stage. At 13, Katt performed his first comedy show. He was just a tiny kid standing in front of drunk adults in dark bars. But when he started talking, everyone laughed so hard. That night he made $30, the most money he'd ever had. More importantly, he realized his jokes were powerful. Becoming famous. By the time Katt was a teenager, he was performing at comedy clubs almost every night. He was making $200 to $300, a ton of money for a kid with no parents helping him. In 1999, Katt appeared on a TV show called Bet Comic View. This show helped discover talented black comedians. When Katt performed for just 6 minutes, the show's ratings jumped up 20%. People loved him. Hollywood started paying attention. In 2002, Katt got a small part in the movie Friday After Next. He played a character named Money Mike. Even though he was only in the movie for about 30 minutes, everyone who watched the movie talked about him. That's when Hollywood realized Katt was special. The big moment. In 2006, HBO, the company that made shows with the biggest comedians, gave Katt his own comedy special called The Pimp Chronicles. When it aired on TV, something amazing happened. Ratings jumped 40%. Videos of his jokes spread everywhere. His shows sold out in hours. After that special, Katt was making $50,000 to $70,000 every single night. He was now one of the biggest comedians in America. In 2007, Katt released a comedy DVD called American Hustle. He sold over 1 million copies. Most comedians never sell that many. Katt went from being a street kid to a millionaire superstar. From 2010 to 2016, Katt was everywhere: TV shows, movies, even video games. He was on top of the world. But then things started falling apart. When everything went wrong. The restaurant fight, 2008. One night in Atlanta, Katt went to a fancy restaurant after a show. A businessman named Marion Powers walked up to Katt's table and started insulting him, making fun of his career and even his family. 5 people who were there said Powers got too close and touched Katt's shirt. Katt grabbed a bottle and hit him with it. Powers had to go to the hospital and sued Katt for $3.6 million. Katt didn't really explain what happened. He just said one thing: "Someone wants to push me over the edge." After this, more and more bad things started happening. The bodyguard problem, 2012. Katt's own bodyguard, the guy who was supposed to protect him, sued him. The bodyguard's name was Noel. He said Katt asked him to do something illegal, and when he said no, Katt's team hurt him in the garage. Katt said that wasn't true and that Noel was lying to get money. They settled the case privately, but people started wondering, what's really going on with Katt? The assistant incident, 2011. Katt's personal assistant, Melissa, said that one night in a hotel room, they got into a big argument. She said Katt hurt her so badly she had to go to the hospital. Doctors recorded that her lip was split and she had scratches. Katt denied everything, but he paid Melissa around $250,000 to $300,000 to settle the lawsuit. This made his reputation even worse. The Target store punch, 2012. This is where things got really wild. Katt walked into a Target store in Sacramento. He got into an argument with a 19-year-old employee named Dwayne who worked in the electronics section. Suddenly, Katt punched the employee in the face. Customers screamed. Katt's friends pulled him away. Then, and this sounds like a movie, Katt jumped on a 3-wheeled cart and rode across the parking lot to escape. A video of this went viral. 5 million people watched it in just a few hours. Target banned Katt from all 1,700 of their stores across America. People couldn't believe a famous comedian punched a teenager at Target. The soccer field fight, 2016. On March 23, 2016, something even crazier happened. Katt was at a soccer field in Georgia where kids were playing. A big 17-year-old named Luke Wash started saying mean things to Katt. Someone started recording on their phone. Then Katt punched the teenager in the face. But instead of running away, Luke grabbed Katt, threw him on the ground, and pinned him down. The video showed Katt on the grass, unable to get up. It became one of the most watched videos that month. Everyone was shocked. A famous comedian got taken down by a kid. The Walmart parking lot, 2016. Just weeks before the soccer field fight, something strange happened at a Walmart parking lot late at night. A man called 911 and said, "Katt Williams pointed a gun at my face." Police rushed there with lights flashing. They found Katt and told him to kneel down. But here's the weird part: police never found a gun. No weapon anywhere. Security cameras didn't show a gun. The man who called changed his story 3 times. Police couldn't charge Katt because there was no evidence, but the damage was done. The headline "Katt Williams pulled a gun at Walmart" spread everywhere, even though it probably wasn't true. The house raid, 2016. In April 2016, police showed up at the house where Katt was staying. Neighbors had complained about weird activity, people coming and going late at night, shouting, possible drug use. Police searched the house for 45 minutes. They found a small amount of marijuana and some other items. Katt was arrested again, fingerprinted and photographed. He posted bail and was released the same day. By 2016, Katt had been arrested so many times people lost count. The $59 million lawsuit, 2020. In 2020, when Katt was trying to fix his life, a group of strangers sued him for $59 million. They said Katt and his team attacked them at a private party. The weird thing, these people didn't know each other. Their stories sounded exactly the same, like someone told them what to say. The court threw out the case because there wasn't enough evidence. But again, the damage was done. The media talked about violent Katt more than they talked about the case being dismissed. Understanding what happened. Here's the truth. Most of these accusations fell apart. Most lawsuits didn't have real evidence. Many scandals appeared out of nowhere and then disappeared just as fast. Katt once said something important. "I'm not the problem. I'm the one they want to silence." Maybe Katt was too honest for Hollywood. He said things other people were afraid to say. He didn't wear a fake mask like other celebrities. And maybe that's why so many weird things kept happening to him. The amazing comeback. After 2016, the worst year of Katt's life, everyone thought he was finished. His career seemed destroyed. People made fun of him online. Other comedians said he'd never recover. But Katt was different. He was a fighter. Starting small again. In late 2016 and 2017, Katt quietly started performing at small comedy clubs, the same kind of places he performed at when he was young. People came because they were curious. Would he still be funny, or was he broken? To everyone's surprise, the clubs were packed, and Katt was better than ever. His jokes were sharper, smarter, and more honest than before. Netflix special, Great America 2018. In 2018, Netflix gave Katt a chance to film a comedy special called Great America. This was his big comeback moment. The special was amazing. It wasn't crazy or out of control. It was mature, smart comedy about politics, society, and street life, told by someone who had really hit rock bottom and survived. Great America became one of the most-watched comedy specials in the U.S. Katt was back. Emmy Award win, 2018. That same year, Katt appeared in the TV show Atlanta, created by Donald Glover. He played Uncle Willie, a small role, but powerful and emotional. Katt's performance was so good that he won an Emmy Award, one of the biggest awards in television. This proved Katt wasn't just a comedian. He was a real actor too. World War II and Beyond, 2022 present. In 2022, Netflix gave Katt another special called World War III. It was another huge hit. His tour sold out in dozens of cities. He was making millions of dollars again. Today, Katt is still performing at age 50 plus. He tours constantly, appears on popular podcasts, and has fans all over the world. More importantly, he still speaks his truth. He never became fake or phony like Hollywood wanted him to be. Katt's comeback wasn't luck. It was his real talent, his strength, and his refusal to give up. From the ashes of 2016, he walked out stronger and better than before. Life behind the scenes. Behind all the comedy and chaos, Katt's private life tells a different story. His children. Katt has 10 children total. One is his biological son, Micah Williams, who's now an actor. The other 9 are adopted. Here's what's amazing. Katt adopted kids from terrible situations, homeless children, abused children, kids from foster care. He raised them with his own money, quietly, without turning it into a publicity stunt. People who know Katt say that at home, he's patient, gentle, and caring. He drives his kids to school, goes to parent-teacher meetings, and checks their homework. This is completely different from the wild person we see in the news. When people attacked Katt in the media, when lawsuits piled up, when the whole world seemed against him, Katt said his kids were the reason he kept fighting. They needed to see him stand back up. Money ups and downs. Before 2014, Katt was making millions every year from comedy tour, movies, and TV shows. He was rich and successful. But by 2018, after all the lawsuits and lawyer fees, Katt was almost broke. He lost houses and contracts. Some people thought he might go bankrupt. From 2018 to 2023, Katt lived almost entirely on comedy tour. No fancy stages, no big advertising, just him with a microphone making people laugh. The money slowly came back. Today in 2024-2025, Katt is worth about $10 to $12 million. That might not sound huge compared to some comedians, but it's incredible for someone who was buried under so many lawsuits and problems. For Katt, this money isn't just money. It's proof that he survived. Everything they tried to destroy him with became the fuel he used to climb back up. What we can learn. Katt Williams isn't perfect. He made mistakes. He got in fights. He had problems. But that's exactly what makes his story powerful. Katt is a symbol of someone who lives honestly, refuses to give up, and keeps fighting even when everyone counts him out. He's been misunderstood, attacked, and knocked down, but never broken. The big question. So what do you think? Is Katt Williams a misunderstood genius? Is he a warrior fighting against a fake Hollywood system? Or is he a flame that burns itself to shine bright? Katt's story teaches us that being real and honest isn't always easy. Sometimes the world punishes people who refuse to wear masks and pretend. But it also shows us that if you have real talent and never give up, you can survive anything. Katt Williams went from a homeless 12-year-old with $5 in his pocket to a millionaire superstar, then fell to rock bottom and climbed all the way back up again. If that's not inspiring, I don't know what is. Remember, all the information in this story is based on public records, news reports, and interviews available at the time. Some details might change as more information comes out, but the main story remains the same. Katt Williams is a survivor.